the government fanatics. No, that's the new thing. I just went outside this morning. I got out of the changing my routines. I don't know, it's change of the seasons things. We're in October now, aren't we? And I was just having a little... How I used to pot around the garden first thing in the morning. I've not been doing that. I've changed my routine. So I did. I just had a little wander around. My dressing gown and my moccasins. They're so good, aren't they? I'm going to put some more soles on them. They're starting to collect dog hair on the bottom, which is even more insulation. But I just picked a load of green beans. I'm back on potatoes till Thursday, because that's all I've got. I've probably got enough money to get a couple more tins of beans. It's exciting, isn't it? Anyway, I just picked... There's loads of green beans still growing. I've just picked a load. But look, there's hundreds. And there's another one that's coming. That I'm going to have with my potatoes today, me and the dog. Bit of protein in those, isn't there? But all I was thinking was, that was one bean plant and it's still fruiting. I know it's not loads, but it's like, do you know what? It's enough, isn't it? It's enough to get through this week with potatoes. So I quite like potatoes and green beans. Loads more things to talk about, but nothing very exciting. Just pottering around the garden, just, I don't know, feeling quite chill this morning. There's my plants that I took off the upstairs, what's it called? Well, the fake window boxes I made. But they dried right out, so when I watered them they were toppling over. So I brought them down to give them a soaking, and then I'll probably put them back up again, and tie them with string. So they're going okay, for £1 or whatever they cost, that I tumbled together last year. This year, strawberry plants, I've just noticed I've got strawberry, look. Another strawberry's come. I don't know if it'll... tomatoes are ripening, just about. I just think about pulling this over at some point. There's a courgette on there. One I can see tucked away, so I'm not going to starve. I can make some ratatouille. Fried green tomatoes, I can have that. I'm quite chill mood. It's nice to come outside. I like autumn. The season. I was saying to Little Autumn yesterday, little person, about autumn. She's got a whole season of her own. A whole season. Some more things I was going to say. Look at the colour of this sunflower. So nice. They were out of the darkest sunflowers they were. I only bought them for that reason. It made me laugh. I think that's a different colour. Maybe it's a hybrid. These were the darkest sunflowers ever. So dark. So dark. So dark. I know, I'll probably put food coloring. Hey, there's more beans up there. They're climbing high. That one's fallen. I will take the heads off and pull all the seeds out at some point. Even if it's just for the birds. Or for myself, or doing something, I don't know. Make a crafting picture? I don't know. Let's see the beans that I've got. I will have these for breakfast later on. We can start, if I'm playing schools with little person again, putting some seeds in at some point. I know I need to tidy through a bit more. I was thinking about this as well, you know. I can't be bothered to say. Some people are comfortable in this sort of haphazard environment. More comfortable. Hey, there's a magpie. Hello, Mr. Magpie, how's your family? One for luck. He's probably waiting for breakfast as well. Should we give him a piece of bread? I did have a bit of a clean through yesterday to do crafting. Actually, there's a few things I was going to say. Yesterday, I had a little person again, and Mum gave me a couple of tins of vegetables. So, do you want to take these? We probably won't use them. So I said, I will take them if you're not going to eat them. I just took a couple. And then I said, what I used to do when I used to get tin vegetables in food parcels, like in food bank things, was make them into like veggie cakes. So, she might think to do it another time. But I then, when little person came, decided that's what we do for lunch. So I bought potatoes. So I boiled some potatoes. Now I should have done it afterwards. I thought, I should have cooked them and cooled them, because they just ended up going to mash. And like mincy potatoes, because I blended them in the blender with some carrot and peas, mixed it up, and then I coated it in this bran stuff, like breadcrumbs, because it's what I had in. I'd got wheat bran, because I thought also she's going to think that's a bit more like a food that she understands and knows, like chicken nugget type stuffs, and fried it. And we had it with beans, which I'm not sure if she eats or not. I bought some spaghetti hoops, because apparently she really likes those, but she told me she liked beans. Which might have just been because she's seen me eating them, or it might be because she does like them. Anyway, so we had those. I cooked them like a little fish cake. She wanted fish. She had fish for tea with toast and beans. And ate it. I did tell her it was Turtle's favourite dinner when he was little, which was a bit of a lie. But do you know what? It worked. So she ate basically the whole plate of one. For a small person, that's plenty of food. And we did have to keep going. Another mouthful, please. Can you have one more mouthful? I'll give you a sticker. And she basically ate the whole lot and most of the beans, and then gave the last scraps to the dogs. And then we had banana and apple. So I was really pleased with that. And then the piece of fish that we had in the freezer, she was calling it, "Can I have some mackerel? Can I have some mackerel?" Because last time I had some frozen mackerel and some frozen salmon and some frozen whitefish. I think I mixed them all, had all of them. This was just a piece of salmon, so I'll get some more of that in anyway for next time. Turk will be wanting to know what his favourite dinner was. What was my favourite dinner? But that's just the thing that people can, if you want to get a child, to trick them into eating something different. Oh, this used to be my favourite dinner. This was such and such his favourite dinner. I don't know. This is so and so's favourite dinner. Might work. Worked for us. It's true. With the special spoon display, I'm going to get some more cutlery as well. I don't need it. I can have big people's cutlery. I know, but it's nice to have small cutlery too. I'm going to get some for myself. So that was two good things. What else did we do yesterday? I'll show you. Did I show you my beans? I'll show you my beans again. I'm going to have those for breakfast with potatoes. I love cooked potatoes. I'll just cube them in the pan and cook them with the beans. And I think I've got some hemp seeds and some oil left. What do you mean that's a weird breakfast? I don't care. Let me show you what I did yesterday. Here's the cot, which went down a storm. It's still not finished, but it was finished enough. I finished it enough yesterday in the morning that it would be good enough for the person to come and use. This is just a cushion I had in the front room, and when I tried it, it fitted perfectly. So I took it out of the cushion cover, and I've just wrapped it in the pillowcase. I'm gonna stitch it to fit, I think. And then what will I put in the old pillow cushion cover? I don't know, an old load of old clothes or something folded up that I don't need anymore. So that was the dolly's bed, perfect. And that she just used as a pillow. That's what she wanted to do. So that was a pillow for the dollies. I've tucked it up again out the way so the dog doesn't squash it or chew it. That'll do, won't it? 5-minute project, 75p from Primark for the brown paper. You don't have to use that, but you could do it with newspaper and just paint it or whatever. And some PVA glue that I already had from the works. I'll show you which PVA glue, which you can water down. I can't remember what I bought that for. A big old thing now, £3 PVA craft glue. And I put it on with lollipop stick because that's why I couldn't find a brush at the time. So I just got that done myself. What else did we do? Loads of stuff. Let's put this light off. My son keeps going on about, what's he keep going? Economic downturns at the moment, as a comedy thing. But it's not common. I think that's why we've got a bowl of cold pasta in the fridge finally. Look, he's thinking about it. He's starting to think about economic downturns. Fielding's laughing. What else did we do? I got her to paint because we were painting. Mum sent these things. We haven't finished them, but we made it a start. Where is it? This little kit that came from Tiger. Now, I didn't realise when she first gave it to me, I thought it was one you had to make the plaster. And so I was talking about doing little holes in them and these, look. That came with this little paint thing, which I've so far kept because I already had a load of paints mixed up. I just had them, acrylic paints. So she's painted 3 and I made her do them in the white colours. So, because the pig came out, I had pink already mixed up. So we've done the pig's pink at the moment. The horse is that colour brown at the moment. But we're going to go over and highlight them later on. I'm going to make her do it. The sheep we started is those colours at the moment. And I was getting her to go back and go over the edges. Make sure all the white bits are covered up. So, I think that's why we only did 4 before we had enough. It seemed like a bit of a chore, but we want to do them properly. I'm going to get some magnets to stick on the back. There's the cockerel. He's going to need some green on his tail and some red bits. There's a chicken somewhere as well, but I seem to have lost that. What do you mean that's miserable, making her do it in the proper colours? Well, no, because we were talking about doing it for a competition, actually. It's true. And the whole coming back to things, I think, is probably a good longer term lesson as a craft project. There'll be other things we can just like splash around on. Maybe she can do a cow that goes with, here's the cow, we've not even started that. She could do that pink or something. There's a Pink Floyd cow. I don't know. Maybe we'll jazz that one up a bit. We can stretch out this project in a different way. But she did pretty much do it all herself. And then because we had the brown out, I then thought I've got these things already. I had these from the works, these reindeer. So I got 4 of those out. And we've just done those. We've coated those and hung them up there. Just 4 of them. And then we're going to go back. I said we could put some hearts on them or some little dots later on when they've dried. So we've got those to carry on with. I took the strings off them and hung them with wire so we keep the strings nice. So we started to do that yesterday. Also, because the brown paint was out, we made, for the doll's house, a bed and a table for this doll's house, which is the one that's going to need doing up. But still, it's fun. This is the doll, remember? So we made her a bed out of an old, this was just a tea box that the tea came in. So as you can see, that was quite simply done. Crikey, I can't get the mattress out. I just cut it and folded the edges down and then used this bit which I've just stuck with a piece of sellotape. What do you mean? I did used to watch a lot of Blue Peter, and popped it in the bottom just to keep it flat. And I said, oh, we need to make some pillows. I've got felt and things upstairs. I was thinking about making like felt pillows and stuff later on, but she decided she was going to make a pillow out of this old toilet roll, which actually when I looked at it later on works quite nicely. She's got a little bed she can prop up in. So that's her, and this is her dog that I found in bed with her. And then I made a table, which we also painted with the brown. Again, out of, what's this made out of? Another tea box, I think, which I just cut the end off and then cut the legs up and then folded the bottom over. That's how I did it. and painted it brown. And then she stuck that bit of old lay on it, which I thought looked quite nice. This came from the works the other day. I was going to paint those and put a little hook in and hang it on the Christmas tree. Then I thought, you know what, she can have a doll's house in her doll's house. So she's got one of those. This is an old ring of mine that broke, which I said we can make some apples out or something later on to go in the doll's house, and she can use that like a nice fruit bowl. That one we made before, but she's just got that to keep her toys in or something, whatever she wants to do really. Maybe we can put that in there for now. And then I made last night when I got back a chest freezer. I thought it was sitting on the floor. She'll probably need one of those in the kitchen. We've not painted her white goods yet, but look, the lid opens up already. There we go. So she's going to have a chest freezer. I don't know what we're going to put in it yet. And then also, we covered this. I had this notebook. We're going to start handwriting practice. So I got forced her to write her name on the front. Handwriting practice, autumn, and covered it. Today at Nanny Sammy's, I ate all my dinner. She got bored very quickly of writing it and didn't want to do it. So it's like, do you know what? I know she did. And then I let her draw a picture at the bottom. She got 2 stickers for eating the 2 dinners. So that's what we did yesterday. A little bit of forced sitting down and saying, look, we don't scribble in this book. You can draw in this place underneath. So we did that as a starting thing. She was allowed to draw in other places, you know. We're just learning about appropriate things. And then when we were sitting down, she was playing with the smallest pair of scissors she could find. Just practicing her cutting practice, which is another thing you do at school. Making a book. I'm making a book for the dolly, which then triggered me into making a book for the dolly. It's like, well, that's a really good idea, look. So I made a book for the dolly. Where the hell is it? I want to show you. I've lost it. I lost it already. I want to show you though. It's so nice. The same as hers. Where the hell is it? She's probably taken it home. It's so nice. I'll show you though. I made a tiny book. I had no phone charge, remember? 2 phone chargers broke yesterday. So I had to wait for my son to come home and charge his phone. Which is more exciting really, isn't it? You get bored of watching us all the time. We're learning our ways. Makes the competition what? More good. If everyone's got to do their own things. Where's that flipping thing? I want to show you. It's so nice. Oh, there's the other chicken. There. I only used those colours because I already had a mix when I started going through my paints. I had a load of brown, so we used those and saved these bits for highlighting. Precision work, as we're now calling it. We'll do some precision work with that. Where the heck's that little book? I want to show you. She got to put a sticker in it as well because she'd been good. Well, maybe I'll just have to show you another day. I really want to show you now though. We're going to make some more. A bookshelf and so much stuff. When I was a kid, my friends who lived round the corner, she had a massive doll's house that had been made out of cardboard boxes for her Cindy's. Because I didn't have a Cindy house and I was like really upset. Or Barbie and Cindy. I wasn't allowed Barbies because apparently Barbie was a bit of a slag. Cindy, on the other hand, wasn't. This was my mother. She didn't use those words, but that was the basic idea that we were fed. Barbie was a fuck whore. Cindy was slightly more classy. So anyway, My friend around the corner was even more classy and had to make the own house for it. You weren't allowed to buy. Here's the smallest scissors in the world that she found. Hey, look, these scissors are so small. Can my doll have them? Can I cut her hair? Don't cut her hair. You're really great. You can pretend that with these scissors. And she was then cutting up bits of paper. I want to show you the book. It's so nice. Exactly the same with the sticker on the front. And then she put the sticker inside because Dolly had been good. We'll have to see it another day. Don't worry about it too much. I am though. And I also had a bit of a clean up in here. It was even better yesterday because I put a clean rug down on the floor, which I've taken up again so we could sit on it. And got some cushions in. So it was quite a nice little play space. I really want to show you that book. She's peeped it into her bag and taken it home. I'll be so furious and sad. To make up for Stephen the Mouse coming here for holiday. I bet she hasn't done that. She knows her baby needs to read all her stories. Let's put her back in the doll's house. So I've got some white paint. We're going to paint this anyway as a project and then wallpaper it with some of those, what's it called? That scrapbooking paper that I had. You need wallpaper or anything, can't you? And I just think it's fun to do the whole making thing. We could build a garage or something later on out of another box. This doll's house has got a garden that folds down, which is the bit that needs to be screwed back on. If you see, the hinges have come out. This is how I found it. Which will be fun. I may get some animals at some point. Or whatever, a box of zoo animals or something. We had the family of rabbits out. They all went in the bed. It was such a great day. It was such a great day. Where's that bloody book? I want to show you. We've all seen pretend books before. Well, not my one. No, you haven't. And I bound it like a proper book. How did I know how to do that? Well, you haven't done bookbinding before. We used to make our own books as children. Stitch them together. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? I just wanted to show you. It's flattering if they have to sneak them home. Well, I suppose. I don't suppose she has done. It must be here somewhere. Steal her back and do some more here. Finish off. We've got to finish off these things. I need to find some magnets from somewhere. So it's there. I know. How cute is she? In her little house. We may post some. I saw a little doll family in the Tickety Boo shop, which I'm quite tempted to get an actual family of dolls. I'll tell you what I was thinking about. I've thought about this quite a bit recently, and I really would love another one, or to find one. You know the Sasha dolls? I had one when I was little. They were a big thing. Were they Swedish as well? I craved and craved and craved for one, and I got the smallest one. She had red tights with blue and white stripes, or they had blue and white top, the baby one. I loved those so much. They were supposed to be, weren't they supposed to be one of those, I must say a neutral doll, weren't they? Sasha's a neutral name. It was a neutral baby in neutral tones. You don't see them anymore. I want one. I want one to baby around. I don't know what happened to mine. It was taken. I want a brown baby. I want a brown baby like the other mums. You can't say that. Well, I'm just being funny. I'm being that funny person. My daughter used to say that to me. Can't you have a baby with Josh? I want a brown sister. It's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm too old. I'm too old to be thinking about having brown babies with gangsters. I'm going to do something else instead. Look, I'm going to make this into a shelving unit. You can see it's taking form, can't you? I'm going to push it to the back, and then I am actually going to put some bookshelves in the bottom, I think. What do you mean it's completely unstable? It will fall down. Well, do you know what? Maybe it won't. I'll ram it into the ceiling somehow. It'll be fine. Look, it's nearly forced in. Roland next door's witnessed some of my incredible, what's it called? Engineering skills with string. I tie all my fencing together. I've got a wizard's way of keeping things in order. What happened with the paint? Oh, shall we go and have a look? We've got 4 minutes. What's that fucking book? I want to show you. So bad. We all like to have something to wait for ho 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 time. It's nearly ho 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 time. What's that sodding book? I was tucked it somewhere safe, probably. It was so precious they had to take it home. I don't think so. It's going to be here somewhere. What's a pound in here? I might have done. No, only 5p. Well, the paint in the bedroom, which I was sitting under a tree with, we went upstairs to look at something yesterday, and darling child rolled in it. Well, she stood in it. I just turned around and noticed she just stood in it. I said, don't move, you've got paint on your shoe. And so we had to do like a taekwondo roll while I pulled her shoes off. It could have been a lot worse, considering there's only one spot, and then it all went straight in the washing machine. She went in the bath. The water's gone pink. We got these out of the frog box. We need to go back and put a few pence in it because we didn't have any yesterday, but things were starting to go mouldy. So I grabbed a few things that might be useful, like the leggings. Washed them through. We are going to go and put some money back in the frog box. But we also wanted these before they went rotten. And that's the end of the story. I'm like the candle. Fucking book. I want to show you so much. I've got to make a whole load. You still can. And she got a sticker in her book as well, the Dolly. I'll go back down and find your glasses, which is what you went down for originally. She made slippers out of a pair of my socks by folding them in and using some elastic bands because we had to improvise, which would be a skill she can take off and teach other people probably. I had a dream about £5. I just woke up and I'd said to someone in this dream, "Oh, you'll find £5 later on." They were just going down this road and there was a table with 2 £5 notes on. I picked one up and then put it down again because I thought it's been left as a tip for somebody. And there was all these people looking out the window. So I hadn't just found the £5, it'd been left as a tip. So I know it's one of those dreams. They'd seen me taking it, seen me putting it back again. I'm not sure what the relevance to that was. how to make a book. Well, basically, what I did was, it was about this size, the one I had. I did it with paper, but just cut it like this. So it was pretty much equal size. Then you can't see a damn thing. So, and then it's folded like that, like a card. Then you put them together, line them up like that, but the right size. It's pretty simple. That's it. That's a bit of sandpaper. I'll do this one. Then with the glue, rub down what would be the spine. These bits here. You could do more than this. I'm just quickly showing you. And then the glue goes down the spine, which theoretically should just rub slightly between the gaps to hold it in place. Then put a cover around it, which sticks to the spine and makes it into a book. This, you could probably put a peg on it to hold while it sticks, and then tidy it up. If you do it with paper, then they can write in the little books as well. I've used this glue because PVA probably wouldn't be strong enough to hold. Well, it might. Anyway, I use this stronger glue. Is this PVA? Well, I don't know what sort of glue it is anyway. Stronger glue. And then it's a book. But I did it yesterday. We had it with I used that as a cover. It was that actual piece as well that we'd already drawn on. And another piece of that stuff that had been drawn on, I'd cut up to use the pages. So, and there was maps on it. So I said it was a map book. Not that it's really important. And then the dolly had put a sticker in it. And I also got a little bit of white sticker to make a bit on the front the same as hers. Basically, so the dolly has the same. It's just that thing, isn't it? So you can, what do they call it? Like representation stuff, I suppose, because we'd already said that dolly was her. I'd already said that dolly was her when I first got it. Look, this dolly's like you. She's got the same colour hair and the same colour eyes. And she's so cute. It's true. So that was just what we were playing at the time. And then she could draw in the dolly's book.